and ready to take you back home, back to Godhead. You need to be grateful. Naturally, you cannot be ordinarily grateful by maybe giving him some gifts. The main gratitude you will show to your Guru is to follow the principles. That's what the Guru is expecting from you. Follow the rules and regulations strictly. So the disciple is expected to strictly follow the rules and regulations before and after initiation. Okay, so these are some points we discussed. How does the Diksha Guru work? How does the Diksha Guru work? And we say it is important that before Diksha, before taking initiation, you have to follow the principles. You are following the principles, then you take initiation. It's like the firewood analysis we gave. First, the firewood has to be dry before you can add it to the fire. If you want to make a jagger, you use dry wood. If the wood is wet and you add it to the fire, it will end up producing so much smoke and it will not burn, it will quench the fire, and everybody will be running nose and be shedding tears. So if a disciple is not following before, it's like a wet wood. If you are already following, you are a dry wood. So the wood must become dry. So be following first before you take the initiation. Are you getting it? Become a dry wood before you can be added to the fire. So, are you ready? Say yes. Are you ready?
Yes, please. Yes, please, Prabhu.
Say yes, Prabhu. Are you ready? Say
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhu.
That's how you should say.
Hmm.
You're ready to become a dry wood so that you will not be the one to generate smoke to discomfort everyone else. So be ready to be a firewood, dry firewood before it can be added. So that is very important. Take that point. Take that point. Take that point. If we don't practice properly, if we don't follow, then the danger is that we can fall back into material life. If we are not following properly and you go and take initiation because your friends are taking initiation, there is the tendency that you can easily fall back into material life. Easily. Because you will not have the spiritual strength. You will not have the spiritual strength to follow the principles if you are not already following. And the initiation ceremony, if we are already following, it gives us the impetus to commit properly and thus establish a lifelong commitment to the spiritual master and to the process of Krishna consciousness by his grace. That is why we are always giving superiors to consult. And we are giving the process of bhakti also to purify us. Consult with your elders and also, absorb yourself in the processes of devotional service in order to purify yourself. Okay? We say first, the first initiation is even enough to take you back to God. Because somebody may ask, if you don't take second initiation, can you go back to God? We say yes. The first initiation is enough to take you back to God. But why do you have to take second initiation? The Guru has observed you and he has seen your consistency and your determination to follow. So he gives you second initiation to solidify that affinity you have already developed so that you can become a representative, better representative. So it's like an encouragement package for you to go deeper into Krishna consciousness or to become firmly fixed. That's why you are given the second initiation. It's a catalyst. It's a catalyst. And in chemistry, we know what a catalyst is. A catalyst is a substance which accelerates the rate of chemical reaction but remains chemically unchanged at the end of the reaction. It's a catalyst. It is going to boost the intensity of the reaction. A catalyst is a substance which accelerates the rates of chemical reaction but remain chemically unchanged at the end of the reaction. It does not change, but its presence just activates, makes things to work faster. It makes others to react faster. It remains chemically unchanged. So the Gayatri mantra is like a catalyst to intensify your devotion. So we explain the Paraparam system also in two ways. That the Paraparam system is compared to the mango tree. Two ways. A mango tree is naturally big mango tree. Then on top of the tree, you have the ripened fruit, very ripe, succulent fruit. You want to get this succulent fruit. I would say there are two ways of getting the fruit from on top of the tree. One way is to arrange with your friends who also have the same desire so that you climb to the first branch, somebody stands there, another one climbs to the next branch, another one climbs to the next branch until the last person gets to where the mango is. So the last person plucks the mango, he hands it over to the person in the next branch below him. That person takes it and hands it over to the next person below him until it gets to the ground intact. He plug it from top, he hand it from branch to branch until he gets to the person who is standing down. So in this way, the ripened fruits come down to the person who is standing down without any blockage. So this is the first way. Then the second way of getting the ripened fruit on top of the mango tree is to gather some sticks and stones and begin to try to stone it. And you stone accurately, because sometimes you will hit the fruit and the fruit can crash. Then it will fall violently and come and smash on the ground. Then you can get some, it's broken. It's broken, some juice is gone out, some place gets dirty in it, then you take it, whatever you can get out of it to get. That is the second way. And we asked, and everybody said they prefer the first way. Because the first way is very gentle. The fruit comes down from branch to branch until it gets down unbroken. So in this way, it is preferred. And our process of param is the process of handing the tree over from branch to branch. And that is the process. The guru, your immediate guru, is the one on the last branch. He will get it from the one on the higher branch and he will hand it to you who is standing down, unbroken. So this is the process that is preferred. Okay. So that is it. Then again, also, are there some questions so far? Then we ask the question, why do we need to have a living spiritual master? Why do we need to accept a living spiritual master? And we said that the human body is like a boat, and the spiritual master is the captain, and the scriptures are the favorable bridges. So if one wants to cross the ocean of material existence, the spiritual master is the one that, pilot the ship, the captain of the ship. He knows where there are deep waters. He knows where there are islands underground. He knows where it's shallow. He knows where it's deep. So the spiritual master will take you carefully, navigate the sea without colliding with anything, without getting you stuck. So the spiritual master is the captain, expert captain, that he fly the boat of the material body across the ocean of material existence, following the favorable bridge. If you are going on a boat and the bridge is going the same direction you are going, it is called a favorable bridge. And we say the scriptural injunctions are the favorable bridges. The devotees who are practicing these injunctions, they are the favorable bridges. And your senior devotees, all, they play a role in helping you towards the right direction, in helping you to cross the ocean of material existence. So remember that analogy, okay? And we said then, why do we need to have a living spiritual master? And we say, yes, this is the situation, is the captain of the boat. And also the spiritual master is the life link, between us, the disciples, and the scripture and Krishna. The spiritual master is the life link between the disciples, you and me, Krishna, and the scripture. So the spiritual master is the life link that connects. He receives the scripture, interprets the scriptures to you, and he guides you to Krishna. So you need him. He's a living example, and his living examples inspire us tremendously. The living example. That's why spiritual masters are called acharyas. Whatever they are telling you to do, they are also doing. So they are acharyas. The acharyas, living examples, inspire us tremendously in our devotional service. So that is it. We are neophytes, and we always need a guide. We need advanced devotees to guide us. And we say the spiritual masters or the scriptures are giving us the principles, but the living spiritual master is the one who will help us to apply these principles according to time, place, and circumstances. To know the principles theoretically is quite easy, but to apply them circumstantially, situationally, is quite difficult. because challenges will come. Then how you are expected to act according to that particular challenge and the situation surrounding it. The spiritual master give you the guidance. That's why whenever you are confused, you try to approach the spiritual master, communicate with the spiritual master. Later, we told you that any major decision you want to take in life, you have to seek permission, blessing, and guidance from the spiritual master. By that touch, that activity becomes spiritualized. It becomes spiritually aligned to the Paramparam. So it receives protection from the Paramparam. It receives shade and blessings from the whole Paramparam. Because the spiritual master represents the Paramparam. And when you consult with him, he will give you permission. He will give you blessing. And he will give you guidance. Then whatever you are doing will become successful. If you fail, if you dodge the spiritual master, and you just go ahead to do things whimsically, you are under the material moods, and you will receive the consequences accordingly or proportionate. So, by questions and answers, once you gradually learn the process of devotional service. And there is advanced spiritual mathematics. In advanced spiritual mathematics, the more you become a servant, the more of a true devotee you are. That Krishna said, one who calls himself my servant is not actually my servant. The one who sees himself as the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant of my servant is actually my servant. So the emphasis is humility. Humility should be our watchword. Okay? Humility should be our watchword. With humility, you can go far in spiritual life. Okay? Then in lesson 3, we say, what do we do to keep and maintain Srila Prabhupada's position? What needs to be done to ensure that Srila Prabhupada remains the founder Acharya and preeminent Siksha Guru, both for ISKCON now and ISKCON in the future? And we say we should strictly follow the regulative principles as established by Srila Prabhupada. We should celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja constantly. We should distribute Srila Prabhupada books, and we should regularly read and study Srila Prabhupada books. And that our Diksha Gurus and Siksha Gurus should also regularly glorify Srila Prabhupada. And we should regularly do Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada. And we should continue to project Srila Prabhupada in all our projects and missions. And the devotees should exemplarily follow the principles established by Srila Prabhupada. Regularly quote Srila Prabhupada in our preachings and constantly abreast ourselves with the 7 forces of ISKCON. So in this way, we can work in harmony and establish the Prabhupada as a preeminent Siksha Guru. Then in lesson 4, we talked about ISKCON Gurus. And we talk about the appropriate attitude of an ISKCON Guru in regards to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. Now, the proper ISKCON Guru does not compromise the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. No adulteration, no bringing in something new that Srila Prabhupada did not mention. He's a Prabhupada Nunga himself. And then the Guru should be well versed in the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. And he should represent Srila Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behavior. That is why he's an Acharya. So this is what is expected of an ISKCON guru. He should be loyal to Srila Prabhupada. He should be well versed in Srila Prabhupada's teachings. He should represent Srila Prabhupada both in his teachings and in his behavior. Then we say, what should be the guru's attitudes in dealing with the authority structure? There is an authority structure whereby Srila Prabhupada is on top. Then immediately below Srila Prabhupada is the GBC. And immediately below the GBC, on one hand, we have the Guru Service Committee. On the other hand, we have the Sannyas Ministry. And on the middle, we have the regional body. Then the sannyasis, they are vetted and approved by the sannyas vetting committees, sannyas ministry. The gurus also, they vet and appoint the gurus. Then both the sannyasis, the regional body, and the gurus, they work cooperatively with the GBC. And the temple presidents and Namahata coordinators, they work under the regional body, the gurus and the sannyasis. Then the congregation below temple resident. So this is how it works. So this is the structure. This is the structure. Srila Prabhupada on top. The organogram of ISKCON is Srila Prabhupada is on top. Then the GBC body is directly under him. Then on one hand, we have the Guru Services Committee under the GBC, and we have the Sannyas Ministry also under the GBC. Then we have the regional body also under the GBC. Then both the sannyasis and the regional body and the gurus, they help to coordinate the temples and the Namahata preaching centers. And the Namahata preaching centers and the temples are directly in charge of the congregation. So this is the organogram. This is the organogram. Organizational structure of ISKCON. Okay, so the guru should act appropriately there. Is to work cooperatively with the GBC. The guru should function under the superintendence of the GBC. Okay? He should also preach to his disciples to follow the authorities of the GBC. And he should not become independent and autonomous. Everything that comes to him actually belongs to ISKCON. Especially, he should be accountable to his immediate superordinate. The immediate superordinate of the gurus is the GBC. First, the Guru Service Committee, then the GBC. Because if anything happens, the Guru Service Committee will address it. Then they will now submit their resolution to the GBC, which is on top. This is how it goes. One servant to one master. Unity of command. That is how it is in the management structure. There has to be unity of command. What is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding? This structure we are talking about, what do you see that is good about it, that is noteworthy? My dear other devotees, kindly put on your videos. If you are carrying this attitude of always offering your video, when you get to bigger classes like Bhakti Sastri, we are going to do the same thing. Then they'll be wondering whether you did this disciple course. A devotee who is not ready to be disciplined cannot become a devotee, a disciple. You cannot become a disciple if you are not ready to be disciplined. This is your immediate discipline required. This is immediate discipline required of you. Put on your video and be truly there. Okay? You cannot be busier than the teacher. If you are busier than the teacher at the time of the class, that means you are inattentive. Or you are attending class with divided attention. That is not healthy for you. Okay? Ready to accept discipline so that you can become disciples. Okay? Don't go anywhere. Stay there. Now, just stay there. Are there some questions or commentaries on this point so far?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, ask your question.
What's the meaning of GPC?
Okay, Governing Body Commission. It's called Governing Body Commission. That is the GBC. And it was founded by Srila Prabhupada himself directly at the top level management of ISKCON. So we are asking, what is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding? But we just spelled out this structure now. If you are acting within the structure, you are a bona fide devotee. But if you are acting outside of the structure, you are not a bona fide devotee. If you leave this structure and go and join some other movement and become guru there, you are dislocated from Srila Prabhupada's structure. You have no authority in Srila Prabhupada's house. Like we have some devotees who are now gurus now. They couldn't wait to take the guruship in ISKCON. Some couldn't wait to take sannyasi because they feel that ISKCON is delaying too much. Then they go to they went to other organizations that are brothers to Srila Prabhupada or to ISKCON. Then immediately they embrace them. Okay, what do you know? We want you also. Okay, we want sannyasi. Yes, we'll give you. They quickly give them sannyasi because they don't have so much discipline there. But once you dislocate from ISKCON structure to go and take sannyasi somewhere, you cannot function properly. Like in our ISKCON here in West Africa, we have one devotee called Atreya Rishi. Atreya Rishi Prabhu. Atreya Rishi Prabhu was a cardinal as a president for some time. Then he went to Mayapur. Then he went to join the Gaudiya Maths. And there they gave him sannyas. He couldn't wait to take sannyas from our structure. He went to get it cheaply. Now to come and operate as a sannyas now, he found that it's not easy. The only place he can be happy is among ISKCON devotees. And meanwhile, he has violated ISKCON structure. So he becomes like a ghost among ISKCON devotees. Now we are not hearing about him at all. Whether Maya has swallowed him or whether he's really lost in the ocean of individuality, it's nowhere to be found. Then there's another devotee also, a very powerful devotee, Ashram Maharaj. Ashram Maharaj was a Govinda Basya. He was also with ISKCON, practiced for a long time, then he left to join Gaudiya Maths. He became a sannyas there, and he's struggling very hard to preach. But the only people he can use is ISKCON devotees. He tried to come to ISKCON to make devotees among ISKCON devotees. But for him to make devotees on his own is very, very difficult. But he's functioning outside of the Prabhupada structure. If he is a devotee, you have to respect him, but he's not within the structure of Srila Prabhupada. So there's some indiscipline, element of indiscipline there. And also another devotee is his great Varaha Prabhu. Varaha Prabhu, very good preacher, very good, very charismatic, that he decided to dislocate himself from this structure. So even though he's preaching in his own way, he tried to come around ISKCON devotees, but he's not an authority in ISKCON anymore. You see? Whatever he does is like he's on the outside. If he leaves his body now, all his disciples will scatter. You see, they will come and take reinitiation from ISKCON before they can continue. So we should always learn how to act under the structure that is established by Srila Prabhupada. That shows that we are disciplined. So we are asking the question, what is good about this structure that is noteworthy according to your understanding? Okay, I will help you. Everyone is acting under the instruction of Srila Prabhupada. No one is independent. This is one good thing about this structure. Everyone has his place in this structure. And every devotee is accountable to somebody. There's somebody that is always there to address your issues. Some superior, according to the structural organization. Each one is being watched by everyone, and everyone is accountable to somebody and everyone else. In ISKCON, the structure makes it possible to monitor each and every devotee. Because whatever you are doing, all other people in the structure above you, they are watching you. So they have to recommend you for any next level. So they are regulated by the structure. Everyone, every devotee in ISKCON is being watched by other devotees. And his activities are being regulated by other devotees. So that is very good. We are all accountable to somebody. You don't do things whimsically and you're expected to be glorified by everybody. Everyone's needs and values are being taken care of. The sannyasis, their needs and values are being taken care of. The grihastas, their needs and values are taken care of. The gurus, their needs and values are taken care of. The ordinary devotees, their needs and values have been taken according to the structural arrangement. Everybody is being taken care of. Then from there we metamorphose to the next topic. There are different lines of authority. Specifically, there is spiritual line of authority and there is administrative line of authority. Spiritual line of authority and administrative line of authority. So, the GBC is the head of the administrative line of authority, and the spiritual master is the head of the spiritual line of authority. But the spiritual master, as I told you, is also accountable to the GBC. But he is personally responsible for the spiritual well-being of the individual devotees. And that, yes, the GBC is being appointed as the final decision-making authority. And the spiritual masters are also accountable to them. Then the more we stay together and render services, the more our impact increases in the society. If we work together, following and respecting these structural boundaries, the more impact we have in the society. Conversely, if we decentralize and do things individualistically, the less our impact. And we gave the example of the broom. If you want to sweep a room and you take an individual broomstick, the one broomstick cannot sweep the room properly. But if you have a bunch of broomsticks tied together as one broom, you can sweep very clearly, and can sweep effectively. And if somebody wants to break the bunch, very, very difficult to break it unless you separate it one by one. If it's just one broomstick, it can easily be broken even by a child. So the example of a broomstick is very important, very, very simple to understand. We don't want to encourage individualistic attitudes because you can easily be attacked and be broken down by individuals. So let us work within the structure and work together cooperatively like a bundle of broom. So that is why we say the structure binds us together. The structure given as the proper, it binds us together. It's the binding force. The structure binds us together like a bundle of broom. And if we are working together in that way, that spirit, cooperative spirit, we can achieve greater things. Okay? The structure binds us together as a team. And that is very important. And therefore, we say Econ is a global family. And with the synergy, we can expand and sustain synergistically. The gurus themselves have their support from the structure. So the structure is very powerful. It promotes unity in diversity. The structure makes it possible that everybody gets somebody that they can get support from. Otherwise, everybody will wallop in individuality. Very dangerous. And as a guru, if one becomes a guru, so many lives are dependent on him. So the guru needs the guidance of the structure. He needs the strength of the structure. So the guru themselves, they always act within the structure. They get the support from the structure. And the head of the structure is La Prabhupada. So getting support from the structure means getting support from La Prabhupada. So it's very, very important. I would say, what if a guru abandons the structure? What happens? If a guru abandons the structure, what happens? There could be easy misuse of funds. If a guru abandons the structure, there will be misuse of funds. Yes, there will be misuse of funds. And it may even fall down because when you accumulate funds and you spend it whimsically, you can fall down very easily. So the structure protects even the guru. In other words, by administratively connected to the structure, the gurus themselves get the support of Srila Prabhupada, who is the head of the structure. So the structure protects everybody, including the. So we go further again to explain that just as there is administrative line of authority, there is also spiritual line of authority. And we say sometimes there is a clash between the instructions coming from the administrative line of authority and those coming from the spiritual line of authority. So if there is a clash, if there is a conflict in their instructions, what should we do? And we gave example to simplify it. That, for instance, local example, like there is a Ratayatra festival. And if there is a Ratayatra festival and Your guru gives instruction that every of his disciples should attend the Rathayatra festival so that he can get opportunity to associate with his other God brothers. It's a good intention. But assuming you are in a temple where you lack manpower and you are rendering the sensitive service like that of a pujari, and if these instructions come, how do you handle it? Because your immediate temple president knows that there is lack of manpower and altar services means punctuality and consistency. So he will say he will not allow you to go because there will be serious problem in meeting up with the services of the deity. So what will happen if you get such an instruction? If Ganapati wants to go for the theatre, he wanted to go for the theatre in Warri, but he was told to go wait until he go the same day the theatre is happening. Early in the morning he goes so that he will come back after the theatre. And he did like that. So if his guru has said every of my disciples should come to the theatre so that they can associate with other disciples from different places, and their temple is lacking manpower, what do you do? If you receive such instruction from your guru, first you have to consult, tell the guru that look at our situation. Then you tell your temple president that the guru has told us to come for association. What will your temple president say? Wait, you know we are very few. If you leave and everybody leave, Israel leaves, everybody leave, then who will take care of the deities? It is guru's instruction, but you cannot leave now. So let me communicate with the guru. So your temple president communicate with the guru, he explained everything passionately. And then the guru say, okay, if that is the case, let Ganapati wait. He should not come with the other devotees. He should come the exact day for the Rathayatra early in the morning, and after the Rathayatra, he should go back. Then the compromise is reached. If he follows like that, there is no offense. Your temple president will not be offended. The guru will not be offended. But if you ignore the order of the temple authority and say, no, guru has said, as you come for the Rathayatra, I want to go, then you leave. When you come back, you have problem with your temple president. The temple president say, don't come back. Just stay where you have gone. Just stay there. You see, like that. So we say we should use our intelligence. We should bring the authorities together so that they can deliberate. And whatever solution, the resolution they come up with, you just follow. If you do that, you save your own devotional life. So this is how to, and this can happen in different ways. This is just one example. Are there some questions or commentaries so far?
Yes, Prabhu.
Are there some questions or commentaries so far?
Yes, Prabhu. Please, I want to ask a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Please, if your guru, like if you are taking you've taken initiation and your
Yes.
guru takes away your past sins, and then he kills your
Potential sinful seed.
yes, your potential sin seed for you, and you are following the rules and the regulations of the um, ISCOM, or let me say ISCOM. You are following all the regulations. What will happen to that individual, like that devotee who is committed in his or her devotional service? What will be the benefit? Like, how will devotional lives be?
He will advance very rapidly in his devotional service, and his guru will be pleased with him. And not only his guru, his immediate temple authorities will be pleased with him. And if these authorities are pleased with you, your devotional life is successful. You will encounter less obstacles on the part of your devotional service. And your taste for chanting will increase. Your taste for devotional practices will increase. Your taste for hearing the scripture will increase. That means your taste will intensify in all aspects of devotional service. Your
All
taste for the Holy, everything will increase. That is a sign that you are pleasing the spiritual master, and you become more and more joyful devotee. When people see you, they want to be like you.
Thank you.
Be
Please,
like you.
my second question is,
Yeah, go ahead.
oh, just escaped me.
You should not escape, you should come back. Oh.
I'm even shocked. I'm shocked.
The person is afraid of me.
No,
You're talking
when it comes, Prabhu, please continue. When it comes, I'll ask.
oh, this your question is afraid of me. Oh. Okay. Your question is afraid of me, so it will run away.
It has
Because
come.
let it
Prabhu,
come now.
it has. Please,
Okay,
how many?
register.
Yes. How many times does a devotee has to take initiation? Like, how many times do one has have to take initiation?
Yeah, we explained before that even the first initiation alone is enough to
Mm,
take you back to Godhead.
yes.
But when the Guru sees your service attitudes and your level of commitment and your
Mm,
level of discipline and determination, the Guru may want you to represent him in some specific capacities.
okay.
So he may decide to give you a second initiation. The second
Okay.
initiation is the Gayatri initiation. This one, your name remains the same. Your name
Okay.
remains the same, but a thread is given to you if you are a man. If you are a woman, no thread, but some additional mantras will be given to you. These
Okay.
mantras and this second initiation is called Brahmin initiation. We say it is a catalyst. It is a catalyst. And we use a chemical term to explain it, that a catalyst is a substance
Mm,
that accelerates the rate of chemical reactions but remains chemically unchanged at the end of the reaction. This is a catalyst. A catalyst intensifies your taste, it intensifies your determination, it intensifies your affinity for devotional activity. So this second initiation is a catalyst, is to sharpen your devotion, to encourage you, is to let you know that your services are being appreciated, and therefore the Guru is pleased with you and is thinking of you, and he wants you to take more responsibility on his behalf. So it
okay.
gives you second initiation to distinct you and to encourage you that yes, he appreciates your service, you should do more. It gives you opportunity to do more. So his second initiation is just like that. But then someone can take third initiation. The third initiation is when you either become a sannyasi or you become a guru.
Okay.
If you are a brahmachari, you can take sannyasi, that is third initiation. When you are a sannyas for some years and you are very consistent in your sannyas services, you can become a guru. That is another initiation. But for women, the first and second initiation are okay for them.
Right. Why?
Eh?
Prabhu, please, why?
The nature of
Why
women.
are there limitations?
Those limitations for women. A woman cannot take sannyas. So a woman cannot
Okay.
take sannyas
Thank you.
because of her nature.
Mm, okay.
But we are still on it to see whether women can become gurus also. So
We are already gurus, so Prabhu.
yes,
Women, we
actually,
are, yes, because
yes,
of the
yes,
nature of our work.
yes,
We
yes.
we
You are
do a
already
lot. Yes. Yeah, Guru,
Yes, you are
so
already
please
guru.
permit us to be.
Don't worry, this type of guruship you are already in is good. You are guru to your children also. You have to teach them the social service in your house. They have to. In fact, the woman is the first guru of a child.
Yes,
You see?
so
Yes. So, but let them do that one. Limit it to that level first. And later we'll
hmm.
consider making them official gurus in this call.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. So, especially if a woman is a guru in this call, and he has some male disciples. Some male disciples will test her like anything. No? They will tempt her. They will tempt her
Hmm.
like anything. And it's easy. It's easy for some powerful male devotees to fall their female guru if you don't know. So, considering everything, we are very careful because women are like fire, men are like butter. Okay, men are like fire, women are like butter, or vice versa. So we see what to do. We are still on it. We are considering all the corners. In the future, we'll come out with some resolution that will be favorable. But for now, let them just remain like that first and second initiation. Take care of the children, the household very well, and help their husbands to worship the deities in the house. Till further notice. But we are on it. We are working on it. There are some powerful women, actually. Some very powerful women. After all, we are not these bodies. We are spirit souls. But most of us are not above the bodily platform yet. So we are very careful not to bring fire and butter together too intimately. Even male gurus. Some male gurus can fall. Sannyas guru can fall if you allow them to associate with their female disciples too intimately. We have had some stories of some guru who was sick and some female disciple was attending to him and he fell down with her. You see, all those kind of things. So we are very careful. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Okay. Yes, back to Israel.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. I was thinking of something in mind. How about in a situation whereby, as a resident devotee, you speak with your guru and your guru tell you to come over, then your president refuses you to go, and you also refuse to speak with your guru, then what can you do in that situation?
You say what?
When your spiritual master tell you to come to his temple, and your president refuses you to go, and also refuses to speak with your spiritual master, then what are we supposed to do in that situation?
Yes, let your temple president consult with the spiritual master. Let the
Yes,
two of them talk.
if you refuse to consult my guru, if you refuse to speak with him,
They have to speak together. In fact, even the guru also, the guru knows that you are under somebody, isn't it?
yes,
So if he want you to come over to his temple, he's supposed to talk with the person that is taking responsibility of you. The guru has to communicate with your temple president first, even before reaching out to you that you should come. The guru should not jump over the temple president because they are supposed to work together. The temple president is doing serious work on his behalf, and the guru may not even have time to come and see you, but your temple president is taking care of your daily spiritual life. So if the guru wants to want you to come over, he has to discuss that with your temple president first, even before reaching to you. But if he bypasses the temple president, he has made things more difficult for the temple president because the temple president will also remember how he has put a lot of energy in training you and you are handling some sensitive responsibilities and he will feel it, you see. So in order not to provoke the temple president to take decisions that would like contradict. The guru should be attentive enough to consult with the temple president first. They should appreciate the services of the temple president, consult with him. That look, for these reasons, you give reasons why these disciples should come over. Then the temple president will give reasons why he should stay. So that confidential discussion has to go on among them first. Then whatever they conclude on, that's what they should bring to the hearing of the disciple. Understand? Otherwise, it will be like the guru is making things difficult for the temple president to manage. And the temple president might say, okay, if you go, just go. Anything happen, don't come here again as long as I'm here. You see, so yes, if you are few and you are rendering some serious service that you rely on you to meet up with that service, the guru just come and uproot you from there. Then it doesn't look nice. So the guru should consult with the temple president first. He should not undermine him. The guru should consult with the temple president, discuss with him whatever I want to discuss. Then whatever they agree on, that is what will be announced to you. You see, it is the temple president who will even announce it to you that your guru wants you to come, he wants you to serve in so area, so place. So you can go, you can confirm for him. Then you call the guru that my temple president said, you said I should come to serve. He said yes. Then you go. Understand? There should be unity of command. Okay? That's how it should be.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, Hare Krishna, thank you. Guru Padashraya. How we can develop a good and authentic relationship with Srila Prabhupada. Least ways. I say always recite Srila Prabhupada Pranam. Padashraya means taking shelter of. Prabhupada Ashraya means taking shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Guru Padashraya means taking shelter of a guru. Taking shelter of the lotus feet of a guru. Pada. Guru Pada Ashraya. So how do we develop authentic relationship with Srila Prabhupada? How do we take shelter of Srila Prabhupada? First, by always reciting Srila Prabhupada Pranam loudly, by regularly reading Srila Prabhupada books, then by regularly appreciating what Srila Prabhupada has done for us, by distributing Srila Prabhupada books, by regularly doing Guru Puja to Srila Prabhupada, and on like that. That is how to develop good relationship with Srila Prabhupada. Regularly read his books, distribute his books to others, regularly do Guru Puja, appreciate what Srila Prabhupada has done for us, and you show your appreciation by following the principles very strictly and by chanting your rounds very strictly. This is how to take shelter of Srila Prabhupada. Okay. So if somebody take proper shelter of Srila Prabhupada, what will be some of the benefits to ISKCON as a whole? If somebody take proper shelter of Srila Prabhupada by reading his books always, by regularly distributing his books, by regularly following the rules and regulations, by chanting one's rounds, by doing Srila Prabhupada Guru Puja regularly, and by always loudly chanting Srila Prabhupada Pranam mantra. You say, if somebody does this, that means the person is taking proper shelter of Srila Prabhupada. And if a devotee takes proper shelter of Srila Prabhupada, what will be the benefits? I want you to be spontaneous, man. You don't want to be spontaneous, okay? We are just revising. Okay? If we Yes.
I think there will be proper cooperation.
Yes. There will be more cooperation among devotees. Devotees will develop more desire to work together, and devotees will like to follow the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada more. There will be more loving devotees, and there will be attachment to pure devotees, Srila Prabhupada, and there will be proper understanding of Srila Prabhupada mood and mission. And in this way, devotees will be happy. There will be more happy devotees. Everybody will become Prabhupada's man. Yes. And yes. We say again that there are two primary drives, two things that drives every living entity in life. What are these two things? First is to take shelter, and the other one is to derive pleasure. To take shelter, there are two kinds of shelter. One is spiritual shelter, one is material shelter. Yes, material shelter is temporary, it's ephemeral, it doesn't last, it's affected by time. But spiritual pleasure, spiritual shelter is unshakable, it is reliable, it's not affected by time. And the spiritual shelter is always superior to material shelter. Then also to derive pleasure. People are looking for pleasure because the soul is pleasure seeking by nature, but there is spiritual pleasure and there is material pleasure. And we read in the Bhagavad Gita 5:22 that Yehi Samprasaja Bhuga Dukayo Naya Evati Adi Antavanta Kunteya Nate Suramate Buddha. Yehi Samprasaja Bhuga Dukayo Naya Evati Adi Antavanta Kunteya Nate Suramate Buddha. Nate Suramate Buddha. The wise man does not delight in such pleasures. That when one brings the senses in contact with their objects, this is material pleasure seeking. We say people like to take shelter and people like to seek pleasure. These are two primary drives for people to do actions. And we say if one is seeking material pleasure, it's by way of bringing the senses in contact with the sense objects. That is how people seek material pleasure. They romanticize the senses. And if that happens, the result is that there will be so many miseries. Duka Yonaya, Yehi Samparsaja Boga. If you bring the senses in contact with the Boga, sense objects, then there will be unlimited miseries. That means sense gratification or endeavor for sense gratification is the mother and father and mother of miseries. All the miseries in this material world are generated by our endeavor to bring the senses in contact with their objects. And that a sober person does not delight in them. A sober person detests sense gratification. And he does not waste his time endeavoring for sense gratification. And we gave the analogy of a fish, a big fish, who had a small fish making cha-cha-cha-cha-cha on top of the water, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. And the big fish desired to bring his tongue in contact with the cha-cha-cha-cha small fish, the object of the tongue. And as soon as he tried to bring it, he swallowed the small fish, and he tried to go. Something tiny is drawing him back. something tiny is drawing, he has swallowed the hook. Just by endeavoring to gratify the tongue, he swallows a hook. And when he swallows this hook, it was a tug of war. He wants to go back, but the rope will draw him back because the rope is connected to the hook. He wants to go back, but the rope will draw him back. Then the fisherman will now see something is happening because he has pegged some kind of stick and he has tied the rope to the stick. We see that there is commotion there from a distance. And they will go fast, so go and catch the rope and begin to wind it. Before you realize big fish is on the surface of the water. And that is not enough. On top of inside the boat. Big fish desires to enjoy the tongue, but it ends up in the pot of a fisherman. So he desires to enjoy the senses. So the desire for sense gratification is the binding force, is the source of misery. Okay? Because most of the time, you cannot even gratify the senses. The big fish did not gratify the senses. He did not enjoy the small fish. But he only desired to enjoy the small fish, and everything turned into distress for him. He swallows a hook, and the hook just hooked him from inside. And the more he's pulling, the more he's injuring himself. And before he realized, the fisherman has wound the rope up and has landed him on the boat. And he's taking him to an unknown destination, bring him down from the boat, use a cutlass and cut the head and cut the body into pieces, boil water and oil, put it inside, add pepper, and boil it until the family of the fisherman will be making a feast on top of the big fish, just because the fish desire to enjoy the senses. So, desire for sense gratification alone brings us in contact with all kinds of miseries. Duka yonaya ebate. Adi antabanta kunteya. The wise man does not delight in such an act. Natesu Ramate Buddha. The Buddha, the intelligent man, Natesu. He does not delight in such an act. So these are two ways. We say there are two primary drives for action. One is to take shelter, and the other one is to derive pleasure. There is reliable shelter, there is unreliable shelter. Shelter that is subject to the influence of time is unreliable shelter. Like good parentage, good home, bank balance, bodily beauty, these are all they are temporary, unreliable shelter. They are called durasraya. Durasraya. Okay? But real shelter is not affected by time. And the real shelter is God and his pure devotees and the process of devotion. That is a real shelter. Every other shelter is false under the influence of time. So a devotee goes for real shelter, not false shelter. And a devotee goes for real pleasure, not false pleasure. If you go for false pleasure is pleasure based on the bodily senses coming in contact with their sense objects, romanticizing the senses of the body. That is material pleasure. But spiritual pleasure is bringing the senses in contact with devotional service and Krishna service. This is real pleasure. This is the source of real pleasure. So if the senses come in contact with Krishna, if they are engaged in the service of Krishna, it is called Niribanda Krishna Sambande Yukta Vairagya Uchate. Or Sabopadi Vinirmukta Tad Patrina Nirmala. Erisikena Erisikesa Sevanam Bhakti Uchate. bringing the senses in contact with the senses of the Lord, it produces unlimited happiness. But bringing the senses in contact with the object of sense gratification brings unlimited miseries. So the wise man, who is a devotee in this case, does not delight in the sources of misery. So he does not delight, he does not partake in sense gratification. Instead, he's constantly endeavoring to engage the senses in the service of the master of the senses. Irisikesa. Irisikena, irisikesa. Sevanam bhakti uchati. Therefore, he engages in the activities of devotional service and it derives Brahmasukyam, unlimited spiritual bliss. So you see that these two things are diametrically opposed. Sense gratification and spiritual life are inversely proportional. They are inversely proportional. Okay, so a devotee goes for spiritual, he brings his senses in the service of the Lord, and he attains unlimited happiness. Whereas the non-devotee tries to romanticize the senses, and he brings unlimited distress to himself. Just like the fish. The big fish get only unlimited distress, right from the first attempt to swallow the fish. He swallowed the fish, but he could not enjoy it, he could not chew it, he could not digest it. All the rest is suffering until he himself end up in the pot of the fisherman. Not in the pot itself, in the stomach of the fisherman and his children, wife and children. And he becomes their stew. Big fish becomes the stool of a fisherman and his wife and children. Just because of desire for sense gratification. So when we say Tuka Yonaya Ebate, we have to understand and be very careful. Okay, having said that, we go to lesson 7 where we talked about initiation vows. This one, anytime our time reach, we stop there, and that will be the end of the review exercises. Initiation vows. How do we maintain our vows to the end of our lives? What are these vows and why do we take them? What is the relationship between these vows and the 4 pillars of Dharma? So, what are these vows? No illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, no meat eating fish or eggs. And the 5th one is we should constantly chant 60 rounds. These are the vows. Why do we take these vows? So that we can become free from the implication of uncleanliness, mercilessness, lack of austerity, and the 4 pillars, and lack of truthfulness. So we say the religion is standing on 4 pillars. The principles of religion are primarily truthfulness, cleanliness, truthfulness or self-control, and compassion towards other living entities or mercy. These are the 4 pillars of religion. Religion is standing on 4 legs. And these are compared to the 4 legs of a bull or a cow. Cleanliness, truthfulness, mercy, and austerity. And we say we should not do these 4 sinful activities because each of these activities break one of the legs of religion. And we say by that, illicit sex breaks the leg of religion called, somebody's going to answer me now. Illicit sex breaks the leg of religion called
Cleanliness.
cleanliness.
Responsibility.
Gambling breaks the leg called
Truthfulness.
truthfulness. Meat eating breaks the leg called
Compassion.
compassion or mercy.
Mercy.
Intoxication breaks the leg called austerity.
Austerity.
Austerity. So, yes. So then we pick them up one by one. Illicit sex means
networking.
Illicit sex means not having premarital or extramarital affairs, or sex only for the purpose of procreation. No illicit,
Only for the purpose of procreation. No artificial means to be employed, like toy.
No artificial means to be employed. Yes, and looking at every woman as a mother.
As mother, and look at every man as your son. Husband and son.
Yes. Yes. And there are a few more negative injunctions on illicit sex. And we say illicit sex can be done either or both in thoughts, words, and deeds. Therefore, yes. Therefore, when we say no illicit sex, we also mean not to think about it, not to talk about it, and not to plan it. Don't contemplate on it. If you contemplate on it, we explain the 8 stages of fall down in Bhagavad Gita. 8 stages of fall down. Diyayato Visaya Pumsa, Sangas Tesu.
Attachment, lust, anger, complete.
Yes. Sanjayate Kama Krudo Abhijayati.
Intelligence, lost.
Krudo Bhakti Samoa, yes, Samoa Muriti Vibrahma. Yes. Vidi Bransal Budina, so Budina Sal Pranasiati. So the 8 stages of fall down are associated with thinking about it. So no illicit sex means don't think about it, don't talk about it, and don't plan it. Also avoid exposure. And we gave the example of Ajamila, how he was a Paka Brahmana, and one day he was going to take flowers and he saw a prostitute engage in amorous dealings with a man, a prostitute monger. And they were caught up in the network of lust. And Ajamila was standing there observing them, and he got affected. So he decided to come back to come and trace the prostitute so that he can also play that role the man was playing. He liked it. And he went in, and the thing entered into his brain too much that he actually decided to possess the prostitute. He married her and he begat children with her. And he was caught up in household life until when he was about to leave his body. He was crying for his last son. Luckily, he was still attached to the name of the Lord, so he called the last son Narayan. So he was calling Narayan, 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 calling for his last son due to attachment. And then Vishnu Dutas appeared, the servants of Narayan appeared, because whoever you remember at the time of death, that you will attain. Yam Yam Bapis Maramba Bam Tiajati Ante Kalebaram. So the Vishnudutas appeared and drove away the Yamadutas, and he was saved. So we are saying that we should also avoid exposure. That say first glance is innocent because you cannot close your eyes while moving on the street. So you will see many things when you are moving on the street. Your eyes are open now. You are not blind, so you're going to see many things when you are moving on the street. Okay? So first glance is innocent. Second glance is purposeful. After seeing first, then you decide to turn and still look. It becomes purposeful. The third glance means one has become a rascal immediately. We say sometimes even when somebody is moving with his spiritual master, they come across some beautiful looking ladies. He will look at her. He will look at her, and after they pass, he will still look back. He will even deliberately slide back and take a good look very well. Meditation. So, such a person thinking that nobody is seeing him, the universe is seeing him, that person is already a rascal. So we should avoid. So this is what it means by no illicit sex. Okay? And we say in our colleges, if our colleagues bring this kind of talks about women to us or men to us, we should try to avoid them as much as possible. We should talk to them nicely, swiftly, and if they don't want to stop, then we see what to do. We try to talk about them, try to suggest some other topics. If they insist on bringing just those topics again and again, just threaten them that you report them to your higher authorities, then they will stop. So we should be determined not to indulge ourselves in it. Okay. Now we say these are negative ways. What are some positive ways of practicing cleanliness? Because no illicit sex means cleanliness. So what are some positive ways of practicing cleanliness? We are done with the left hand, the negative. Then what about the positive? What do we do in order to go deeper into cleanliness? While avoiding the uncleanliness, what do we do to go deeper into cleanliness? We say first, we should treat every woman as our mother, apart from our wife. Okay? Then we should treat other man's property as garbage.
Yeah.
If you are a woman, you treat every other man as your son. And we should treat other men's property as garbage. We should treat others the way we want to be treated. This is just a clue. Yes. And we should avoid unnecessary free mixing between men and women. Unnecessary. We shouldn't think that we are so strong that I will not be affected. Then you try to mix freely. Before you realize, you'll be carried away. And before you realize, it has been done. So we should be very, very careful. We are not strong like that. We are protected by the grace of the Lord. So no one should feel too confident and mix freely. Nothing will happen. Then also we say to practice internal cleanliness, we must chant japa. You chant Hare Krishna mantra all the time for internal cleanliness. That's why we quoted that verse in Sister Sakam. Cheto Dapana Majanam Baba Mahadava. Go and read the translation of that verse. If you are chanting constantly, you are cleansing your heart from within. All the dirt in the middle of your heart will be cleansed. You see? And that internal chanting Sometimes externally the circumstances might not be favorable. So you can chant in your mind. What you are chanting in your mind, nobody will see it. Even the witches and the wizards will not see it. You are chanting. See how powerful it is. You are inside the vehicle, you are chanting in your mind. Nobody can figure out what you are thinking. In your mind, you are chanting. You are protecting yourself mystically. Yes, no danger can befall you. Even if danger comes because of you, that you're chanting, the danger will be deflected. It will not reach you people. You protect everybody around you. Internally, you should be chanting. It's not only when you carry bead that you will chant. Without beads in your mind, you are chanting, you are thinking of Krishna's pastime. You are thinking of how Krishna dealt with some demons and how Krishna is so powerful. You are thinking like that. Then you are chanting in your mind. Okay? Then we say externally, you should eat fresh food. Eat fresh food, take bath at least twice a day. I know that in the material world, when people are eating fish, there's some kind of fish called okporoko. Okporoko. This type of fish, they dry them. They are very aged, highly aged, and sometimes the ones that are not well dried, they have the rotten odor, and old women usually like them a lot. Old men and women, they like the one that rotten odor. That rotten odor itself is a scent. It's a medicine for them, and that is the type they like. It's in the mode of ignorance. So the food, the fish itself is in the mode of ignorance. Then the rotten one among them, that is the one they like. So we should
But
eat
there's a
fresh
story
food.
behind that fiction.
Huh?
I said there's a story behind that fiction. You see, there was a time during the Civil War, they were trying to fight malnutrition. So the
Okay,
government introduced the fish. People were dying from protein deficiency.
okay,
So maybe that's why, and that's what saved most of our elderly ones then.
okay, okay,
Mhm.
okay. But generally, elderly men and women, they like that rotten scent. Traditional elderly men, they
Yeah.
like that rotten when the food the fish is aged. They like it. Mm. But we say here we advise to eat fresh food, fresh food. And we should take baths at least twice daily. We should always wear fresh clothes, clean our home, keep everything minimum, simple and clean, well maintained. Then we should also do deity worship in our own capacity, according to our situation. We should worship deities. Okay,
Tap
that is
about.
how to practice. Yes, Hare
I
Krishna.
want to say something now. Okay, this deity worship of a thing, eh, like say we should do according to our own capacity. Will somebody not be committing offenses if one is not doing it? Is there like a proper standard? For
Even
example,
generally,
let me give
okay,
example. Let's say
okay,
you have picture deity and maybe like this period now I'm writing exam and I don't sleep. I can stay up throughout the night and maybe at 4 o'clock that's when I now decide to sleep and I may not be able to now wake up early to wake the deities up, or maybe at times at night to put them to rest. Like, is there like a, can I just, maybe if I wake up by maybe 7 or 8, if I wake up by 8 a.m., can I now wake them up at that time? And what if I forget to put them to rest? I'm just saying, are those not offenses? Because at times I used to feel guilty.
yeah. That's why we say you should deal with picture deities. When you are dealing with picture deities, the understanding is the rigidity is not much. And the deities themselves, they are called Bhava Grahi Janadana. Bhava Grahi Janadana. The Lord understands the innermost intention of the devotees. So if one is into frivolous activities like watching TV and similar activities till late in the night, such that he cannot wake up early, that is a different thing. But if somebody is studying and he studied late and he take rest late, and therefore he was able to wake up around 7, then whenever I wake up, he takes care of the deities. Such a situation, anytime somebody wake up, he should still remember to do what he's supposed to do, but minimal. It's okay. We even explain to the extent that, say, if in the morning you want to go out, you have to meet up with your working schedule and all that, and you wake up in the morning, you quickly bath, you need to chant some rounds, you quickly bath and you chant some rounds. Then before you start doing other things, you are cooking and it's time for Mangalati and all that, you should have the audio of those songs and you are playing them. While playing them, you are doing other things. It sounds inattentive, but still the Lord knows the situation better than you even. So he will not just hold you, find fault with you like that. He will understand the way you are able to serve him and he will respond to you accordingly without taking offense. You can be chanting and your audio is playing while you are bathing. You come back and you dress up, audio is playing, and Mangalati is going on. Then you are cooking something, you quickly finish. Anytime you finish, you come and offer it fast and you eat. Then you go to work. So something like that, the rules and regulations are not hard and fast in that kind of situation. It's called situational approach. The Lord understands. But if you stay late because of frivolous activities, then you come and attend to the deities whimsically as you like, is a different thing. But if it is in trying to meet up, harmonize variegated obligations, because we talked about that also. Because just as we have obligations, spiritual obligations to our chanting or obligations to our gurus, we have obligations to family responsibilities also. And we have obligations to our work, to our superiors in our workplace. We have all kinds of obligations that we need to attend to. So if this happens, so many obligations, limited time, then you now know how to harmonize, you prioritize, you do the major things, and the rest will be taken care of. Then we talked about the 80-20 principle, how 20% of your business, 80% of your business is done with 20% of your customers. Therefore, it is logical to invest 80% of your time to that 20. So you prioritize and you do the most important things. Then the other things will automatically get solved mystically. So we explain all this. So it depends on why you have to stay very late, your motive, what motivated you to stay late. If it is some obligations, the Lord understand, unavoidable obligations. But if it is just some frivolous and gratificatory activities, you watch videos, you watch films, you watch football till late, then you go and sleep late, then you come and wake late, then you do everything late. It's a different thing. But if it's something you must attend to unavoidably, and you attended to it, and it took your time like that, the Lord will understand also. And in response to your innermost feeling, you will regret for wasting time unnecessarily. The Lord will understand us. Understand? So just set a standard that you can follow, followable standard. That is how we put it for followable. Standard that is followable for you, not the general standard in the term. Situational standard you set for yourself. Okay. Does that take care of it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. We are behind time now, but I was thinking we should briefly talk about at least one or two more of the regulative principles, because today is going to be the last class. The other ones, we are not going to revise them again. You should take those classes as your revision itself. So, no intoxication. I say, what are we supposed not to consume? Coffee, chocolate, alcohol, drugs, marijuana, and the like. Okay, these are the things we're supposed not to consume. But then, what are the positive austerities? Because intoxication destroys austerity. What are the
Wake,
positive austerity we are supposed to involve ourselves in?
wake up
While,
early.
okay, waking
Self.
up early in the morning, yes,
Then we shall accept bodily inconveniences for the glorification of the soul,
yes, that's austerity.
the austerity of the body, mind, and even
Yes,
speech.
yes.
Then we
Then you
should,
do doable money programs.
yes, doable money program.
Mhm. Because money programs are very important. No matter the situation, you must try to do those money programs. That's where the regulation for the day begins. So you have to do. If the situations are too tense, you do those doable money programs, the ones that are convenient according to your circumstances. You do them. Then we quoted Bhagavad Gita 17, verses 14, 15, 16. Go and read about austerity of the body, mind, and speech. Hmm?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes. And we say we should also faithfully observe the appearances and disappearances of the great persons in our system. We also observe Ekadasi days faithfully and sincerely. Tomorrow is Ekadasi. So tomorrow, no eating of grains. Tomorrow is Ekadasi, okay? So we should follow like this. So while avoiding the don'ts, we should do the do's. This is how to follow regulative principles. Then we talked of no meat eating. No meat eating. Meat eating destroys what?
Mercy.
Mercy and compassion.
Compassion.
And we say, yes, what we're supposed not to eat is fish, egg, meat, no animal products in any form, in toothpaste, shampoos, creams, body lotions. We should avoid those ones that contains meat, animal products. Then we do not eat boga also, or something that is not pressured. We should not eat it. Then cow products. We should promote cow products. Products that are made of cow, we should promote them. Then again, we should recite Prasadam prayers feelingly. Yes. We should also realize that Krishna is also coming in the form of Prasadam. Krishna is coming in form of the Maha Mantra. So we should chant the Maha Mantra. And Krishna is also coming in form of the knowledge of the scriptures. And is actually the author, it's like yesterday. So we should do these things. And we say then we should not eat garlic or onions also. Why? Because they increase sexual desires and violence also. And we say besides, they are produced from the body of some demons, particular demons. And when we consume it, we invite some of those demonic tendencies. So I say one positive way of practicing mercy and compassion is to give Krishna to others. How to practice compassion is to give Krishna to others. Understand? We should constantly think and act in such a way that we can bring others closer to Krishna. That's a positive way of practicing mercy and compassion. Okay? We have avoided killing and all those things, but we should practice compassion. And compassion means to think, and to act in a way that will bring others closer to Krishna. That is compassion. Okay? And therefore, not preaching Krishna consciousness is violence. Okay? We should practice Krishna consciousness and we should give Krishna to others. Okay? We should bring Krishna to others. Somehow or the other, we should give Krishna to others. Okay? And we should participate in activities like book distribution, and Harinam Sankirtan, attending outreach program, constantly brainstorming how to give Krishna to others. That is practice of mercy and compassion. Okay? That's why the most compassionate people, they always facilitate Harinam Sankirtan activities, preaching activities. And they sponsor Prashadam and all that. Okay. Then that's about that. We can stop here today. And when are we going to write the exams?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
The issue. Okay, before I even talk about the issue of the exam, I want, on behalf of this class and other devotees that have participated in this class, I want to give a vote of thanks. I want to say a very big thank you to you for your sacrifice, for taking your time to teach us. And I want to say that my life has transformed every day of my life since I started this class, this discipleship class. People really try to call me and they would ask me, what book, which religion are you now practicing? Because I put it everywhere. I wear Krishna on my face. Like, I let people know that I'm a member of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. So they ask me about the religion. They want to know about Krishna. So I'm very happy. And I'm saying very, 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 very big thank you. So that's one. Then two, Babu, I'm writing my exams currently, and in this exam, it spans through 4 weeks. I'm in the second week of the exam now. I don't know if it's possible to have our exams after my exams. I have an exam tomorrow, for example, but I know that I also have to be in this class. But I don't know the nature of the exam, and I really would love to have a full participation. I want to be able to prepare for this exam very well and also have good grades. I don't know if maybe can we have the exam in another 2 weeks? Is 2 weeks too much a time to do it, or do we have to write the exams immediately?
Wow. Anyway.
My exam is ending on the 11th of this month. That's when my exams is ending on the 11th of April. But it's still within you. It's left for you to decide though. When do you want it to happen, or how much of time? How much of time can?
For me, I'm okay with whatever decisions all of you make.
Let other people talk. It shouldn't be like it's only me. Let them also express themselves.
If other people want to get more time to read,
Yes,
no
you need
problem.
to read and prepare very well so that we will not fall your hand.
That is there. Okay. So that means what if we still have one more summary class to finish the other lessons also?
It will be nice. It will be nice. It will be nice.
Would you people like it that we still have one more class to summarize the remaining lessons? Thank you very much for the vote of thanks also for your appreciation. And may Guru and Krishna open your hearts to receive it and imbibe it very well, and to be able to remember some of those things in your daily practices, and grant you remembrance, and position you, send their blessings to all of you so that you can become better devotees for the rest of your lives. This is a very good foundation. Yes, you take advantage of it. Hare Krishna. I really
Hare
appreciate
Krishna.
your commitment.
Mm.
Yes,
But we now wanted
because
to drop out before.
yes. I appreciate your sacrifice, and Guru and Krishna will appreciate us.
Thank you,
And
Father.
may you remain blessed by the best.
Bye.
Remain
Mm.
blessed by the best.
Bye.
So we will still have the last class, okay, on Friday. No, today is Friday. On Monday.
Yes.
On Monday,
Okay.
we should have
No,
another.
Prabhu. No. Prabhu, that Monday. Hey, God, no. Prabhu, can you not? Maybe you should give us time to also revise. Let's not have it on
Eh?
Monday. Like, give us some time to revise, to go through.
He's not talking about the exam, so he's
We're going to
saying,
class. Yes. Let's not have.
or will you be writing exams on Monday?
Yes. I have exam on Tuesday. One very hot paper, medical surgical nursing. Hey, because it's powerful. And I'll also be on duty. My off is ending. I've been on 2 weeks off. I've actually been on 2 weeks. Or if you've noticed, I've not been working for the past 2 weeks. And before these
Okay.
2 weeks, I had to work for 2 weeks. I was on night for 14 days so that I can have 14 days off. So I'm
Okay.
resuming work on Monday. So that on Monday, I'll be at work. I'll also take this class. I'll also be doing my revision. So it will be like a whole lot for me. So, but maybe like on Friday,
No problem. No problem. We can treat you specially in a way that you can write your exams after you finish this your own exam, other exams. But the other students can write
okay,
their
sir.
exams. Yes. So which day will you prefer to write your exams, other students?
Mhm.
Hey, wahala don't gas so.
Eh? Let me tell you, one thing is that for devotees, when you give extra time, you think that they will go and read because they have gained time. They will not read though. Usually they will not read. They will even forget what they have learned before because they will not touch their book until
Oh.
they come before. So tomorrow is exams. So just choose a date and let us agree on when you are going to write your exams. Next week, Friday is okay.
Hey,
Let's write
someone is
exams on next
talking.
week
Oh.
Friday. Huh?
Nobody is saying, we are not saying anything. I said we are not talking.
Uh-huh. And when you are not talking, that means you agree with my suggestion. Next week, Friday, we should write our exams.
I
Okay?
don't have a problem.
Yeah. So next week Friday is exams, and on the Monday we may or may not, but I think it will be nice if we can just revise again, or we can leave it, because in fact, let us wait and have our exams on Friday, next week Friday. Okay.
Okay.
So that is it. Israel, Atta, and the other people that are not here. Next week Friday is exams, and go and prepare for your exams. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Sir
Haribo.
Prabhu.
Haribo.
And thank you, Bhaktin. It's okay. Thank you for the for standing in for us, like thanking
Thank you.
Prabhu on our behalf. Thank you very much.
Sorry, are you? I'm not sure if you are Batmiata or Felicia. I'm not sure which of them.
Bhaktin, Felicia.
Let's see. Hi Krishna. Thank you too.
Hare
It's been
Krishna.
nice.
And I wish you success.
Your contributions and everything. I've learned a lot from you. Thank you. Hi Krishna.
Thank you to
Thank you
Hare
for your
Krishna.
Haribo.
All right, good luck.
time and Abi.
Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Prabhu.
See you
Bye
next week
bye.
Friday.
See you.
Hare Krishna. Haribo.
Bye
Jai
bye.
Shri Prabhupada. It's been nice association. It's only many of the men have gone epileptic. The men, many of them have gone epileptic in their attendance. They come today, tomorrow they don't come, next tomorrow they don't come. The two Pauls. Isaac is coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Not steady. The two Pauls. Okay, it's okay. Thank you. See you on Friday.
All right.
So, AC back to Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haribo.
Bye.
Hey, enjoy your weekend. Tomorrow